Have you been looking for an easy way to make your Elementor form submissions on all your websites go into a Google Sheet? Have you been looking for an easy way to integrate WooCommerce and WooCommerce orders with your Brevo account or any other email autoresponder? Then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to use Bit integrations to make those two integrations, and you'll see how easy it is. It's really straightforward. It's actually a lot of fun once you get started. Hi, I'm Bjorn from WPLearningLab. Now let's go. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Bit integrations to integrate Elementor forms with Google Sheets so that whenever someone fills out a form, their information, whatever they entered in their form, is sent to Google Sheets for you then to use in other automations or just to compile the data for whatever you need. I'm also going to show you how to connect WooCommerce orders with Brevo, which used to be called Sendinblue, which is an email automation software. So I'm going to show you those two things in this video using Bit integrations. Bit integrations is not free. It does come with a price tag. It's not expensive, and they always have deals going on. Currently, the price will increase in 6 days. So if you hurry in before that, you can get a lower price, but there's always sales throughout the year. There is a free version for Bit integrations. What we're doing in this video doesn't all work in the free version, but the free version lets you do a lot of different integrations. The paid one lets you do more. After you purchase a license for Bit integrations, you can come into your dashboard here and download the Pro version by clicking on this button. Once you have that zip file on your hard drive, you then come into WordPress, you go to plugins and add plugin, look up Bit integrations. This is the free version right over here. Install and activate that. And then after that, click on upload plugin, click on choose file, find the zip file for the Pro version you downloaded, and then install and activate that. Once you've done that, you can follow along in this video. If you use just the free version, you can't do everything in this video, but you can still integrate a lot of different things. So I encourage you to try out the free version. So with the Pro version, we have this Bit Integrations Pro link over here now. As you can see, I already created one here where I connect WooCommerce to ConvertKit. That's in a different video. I'll link to that video in the card up above and the description down below. I did another integration in that video. I don't recall exactly what it was, but watch that video and you'll see it. When you're in here, click on Create Integration to start a new one. These are all the different triggers that you have available to you. As you can see, there's lots. And many of them allow you to use more than one trigger inside of there. So WooCommerce, for example, which we'll look at in a little bit, it can be triggered by a variety of different things. A variety of different actions related to WooCommerce can trigger the workflow. For the integration we're creating first, which is with Elementor, there's only one trigger, and that is submitting a form. So we're going to click on Form Submission. And now that this circle is spinning here, we can go ahead and submit a form using Elementor on the front end, and it'll collect the data for us. This is how we build out the integration. So let's go to our website, go to the contact page. This is an Elementor form right here. It can't be a form, let's say a WP form that you integrate with Elementor. It has to be an Elementor form. It can't be a different form builder you're integrating. So let's fill this form and then click on Send. And back in here, the data is there instantly. And from that form submission, we pulled in the form ID, the form post ID, the edit post ID, the name, and in brackets it shows the actual name, the email, and the message. And it labels these as specific types of fields. So we have a text field, text, email, and text area. So you can change these fields if you want to. You could have a 52 question registration form with numbers and dates and checkboxes and radio buttons and everything else. You can collect all that data in this trigger and then send that to Google Sheets with this integration. So let's click on Set Action if we're happy with what we have there. Now it says here, please select an action. Various Google products can be used as actions. I'm going to use Google Sheets for this example. And now we have to integrate Google Sheets. You can give it a name. I'm just going to leave mine as Google Sheet. We have a homepage URL and an authorized redirect URI, which we're going to use to get a client ID and a secret key. If you want help integrating with Google Sheets, watch this video. You can also, if you don't have this video handy, watch this video or click on this link to go to the documentation page. What's great about all the Bit apps, the documentation is very thorough. This is probably that same video linked to on the other page as well. But the documentation for everything is very thorough. Look at all the trigger documentations. Every single one. Every single one has documentation on how to set it up. That's one of the great things with the BitApps plugins. So when we're ready, we can click on this link right here to get our client ID and secret key. So let's do that. You'll have to sign into a Google account. If you don't have a Google account with Google Cloud yet, it's free. Some of the APIs do cost money to use, but this one we're using right now for this video does not cost any money. And the first thing we have to do here is create a new project. For me right now, if I click on this project right here, it shows all the projects. Then if I click on new project, it'll create a new project. If those buttons aren't here for you, they're going to be somewhere. Somewhere, click on a button that says new project. Give the project a name. I'm going to call it Bit Integration. You have to choose an organization and a location. This would be based on data you gave Google Cloud when you signed up. Now we have a new project. Let's click on select project to open it. Then I'm going to click in here. I'm going to start typing in Google Drive, and we want the Google Drive API. Click on that, then click on enable. And now we're going to search for Google Sheets, and we want the Google Sheets API, this one right here. Click on that, click on enable again. Now we have to go to the OAuth consent screen. I know this all seems very complicated, but it's not that bad. You just follow the steps, fill in the forms. It doesn't even have to be real information that you enter. Click on get started on this page. Let's give this app a name. Just going to call it Bit Integration. User support email. This will be pre-filled based on the email address you used to sign up. Click on next. For the audience, is it internal, only available to users within your organization, or is it external, available to any test user with a Google account? I'm going to choose internal. Click on next. For the contact email address, I'm just going to enter my email address. It's easy enough. Click on next. Click on I agree. Read through this if you want to. Click on continue. Click on create. Bob's your uncle. That step's done. Next, we click on audience on the left. Since we chose internal for the use type, there's no publish button. So it's going to make us switch to external. I'm just going to choose testing and confirm. And this will allow us to publish the app, which we want to do. Publish it right there. Click on confirm to publish it. Next, we click on clients. We're going to create a new client. For application type, I'm going to choose web app. Let's give it a name. Don't need to. I'm just going to leave the name as web client 1. That's fine. For the authorized JavaScript origins and the authorized redirect URIs, we use the information that Bit Integrations gave us over here. I had to switch to a live website. I was working locally a minute ago, but Google Auth requires us to be on a live website. So we're going to copy the homepage URL, and I'm going to paste that for this first one here. And then for the second one, I'm going to paste the authorized redirects URI. Paste that right in there, and then click on create. It says here it may take 5 minutes for this to take effect. And we have our client ID right here and our secret right here. So I got to copy these. Copy the client ID, put that in there. Copy the secret, put that in there, and then click on authorize. This little pop-up window requires us to choose our Google account and sign in again. So go ahead and do that. It's quite zoomed in. That's my fault. Let's zoom in there. Allow what it's asking you to allow. Authorize successfully popped up in the corner here. We're connected to this account. Then we click next. Now we select a spreadsheet, but I have loads in here. None of them relevant for this. So I'm going to create a new spreadsheet. I'm going to go to drive.google.com. It logs me right into my drive. I'm going to create a new Google Sheet, create and share. I'm going to call it Bit Integrations. We're going to use this sheet for filling in data from our website. I'm going to click refresh here. I'm going to find the sheet in the list. There it is. Then we select a worksheet. Sheet 1. The worksheet is these labels down here. We only have one of them called Sheet 1. If you wanted to add more, you could add more. If you want to change their names, you can double click and change their names. For now, Sheet 1 is fine. Header row is cell A1. By default, the first row of the worksheet is considered the header row, and that's great. And now this next step is not intuitive. It's not totally clear, but we have set the header row as A1, as we know. Now we need to create the header row manually inside the Gsheet. So we want to have each column correspond with form fields. So I'm going to write name, email, and message. Your form may have more fields you want to map. Make sure you put a column in here for every single field you want to map. Back in here, Click on refresh. It's going to pull in the header row. We're going to map the fields. So for the form field of my name, I'm going to choose name for the Google field. And for the form field of email, I'm going to choose email for the Google field. And for the form field of message, I'm going to choose message for the Google field. As you can see, there's lots more options we can choose from, including date, URL, so many things. Having adding a date field might be smart, so you can see when the message came in. Let's do that. Why don't we do that at the beginning? Add the date field. Come back in here, refresh the fields again. Might have to redo that work we did there. Oh, not really. Let's do the date first. So date, default format, date field. Name to the name field. Email to the email field. Message to the message field. Click on next. Click on finish and save. Our integration should be functioning. The status shows it's currently enabled, so we should be able to come back out to our form. This is a different form than one that we saw in the first part of the video because this is a different website. Like I said, I had to go to live to be able to integrate or get the client ID keys from Google Sheets. So we're going to fill in this form. Don't mind the poor color choices. It's white on white text for this field right here. Anyway, there's our form. It's filled in. Click on send to send it. Your submission was successfully sent. Was it? It was. Look at that. Put that data right in there. Let's try it again. Let's go with a different name. Frank. So I changed the data. Click on send again. Shows as sent, and there's the data. And that's how easy it is. And you can create this for multiple forms. The one we created here has an Elementor form as the trigger, as you know. And it would submit this same data to this same Google Sheet for every form on your website, no matter how many you have. But if you wanted to have this individualized for each form, go over here, click on clone, and clone it. Now we have a duplicate of the exact same thing. And in both of these, we want to go in and edit it. And if we scroll down to the conditional logic, and here under if, select a form field, we want to choose form ID. This form ID is unique to this specific form. So we have that form ID. If it's equal to, enter this form ID value, D96, D579. Click on update. And then if this is true, this integration will submit. So that specific form has to be submitted for this to work. And then in your other integrations, the one we duplicated, did it go away? Oh, there it is. And in this one here, we'd have a different form ID. And we'd also connect it to a different Google Sheet. And that way you can have as many different forms on your website submitted to different Google Sheets as you need. The second integration we're doing in this video is connecting our WooCommerce store to Brevo, formerly Sendinblue. So I want when someone comes to our shop and buys something that they be added to our WooCommerce backend so we can know to ship them the product. But I also want them added into our Brevo account so we can follow up with them with emails and offers and things like that. So to make this connection, we're also going to use bit integrations. So if we head back into the bit integrations tab, click on create integration, search for WooCommerce. I'm going to use this one. Here it says select a form/task name. What it means is something that WooCommerce does to trigger this integration. So if I click here and I start typing in order, there's an order create, an order edit, order delete, order status set to pending, to failed, on hold, processing, completed, return, refund, canceled, lots of stuff. Even order specific product and order specific category. So you could have a different follow-up for every specific product that was sold or every specific category that you sold in. I don't want to go that specific. I just want to add people to our general mailing list when they make an order. So I'm going to choose order create for this one and then click on next. And then I'm going to choose Brevo, formerly Sendinblue. And all we have to add in here is an integration name. I'm just going to keep it as this and an API key. Let's go into our Brevo account, go to our username in the top right, go to SMTP and API, and then click on API keys. To create a new API key, click on Generate a new API key. Give it a name. I'm going to call it Bit Integrations. Click on Generate, and here is the key. Copy that, come back over to here, paste it in, click on Authorize. authorized successfully, says in the bottom right, and we can click next. Now we select a list. I made one called Woocom orders just for this video. Let's select that one. And here we can select form fields and what they sync to in Sendinblue. All I really want is name and email. So the form fields will come from WooCommerce. And there must be one in here that is name. There's a lot of fields. And a lot of background stuff too, like usernames, dates, weekdays, URLs, IP addresses. So I'm going to choose billing email. I'll click plus. Now I'm going to choose billing first name and then choose first name. These fields that you see here, these are from Sendinblue or Brevo, and they're fields that are either built in by default to Brevo, or they're fields that have been added by somebody like me to customize their Brevo account. You can literally have as many fields as you want. You could have, for example, the order value. Let's see, where is it? The total. You could choose that, have that entered into a field inside their Brevo account, and then you could send emails based on how much they've ordered. So if they order a lot from you, you could send special discounts, special promos, special VIP type stuff. And this can be updated as they order more in the future, which is pretty cool. I'll just choose first name plus first name for that. This is where we update responses in Brevo. So if we did choose total, every time they were to order something new, the total for that will be added to the total field inside the Brevo account. And double opt-in means that they have to confirm that they want to opt in. You can choose it if you want or not. Some countries require it. I don't know if it's very thoroughly enforced, but some countries do require it. Click on next. When you're done, click on finish and save to save our work. And now we should see it pop up in here. There it is, right there. Now we should be able to come out here and make an order. Let's do it incognito. And whoever we make the order with should end up in our Brevo account. Let's choose this one. That looks good. Add that to cart. View the cart. Looks perfect. Let's click on proceed to checkout. Let's fill in this form really quick and then click on place order at the bottom. So you probably noticed that I placed this order as a guest. With WooCommerce, you can either have people log in to place orders so they create an account with you, or you can have them check out as a guest without login, which is what I just did. But even though they didn't log in, we're still collecting their email address into Brevo, hopefully. Let's go back to Brevo and see if it updated in there. Let's come back out here, contacts. And now fingers crossed, there it is right there. Going at launch time media. See if it shows a date added, just so I can prove it to you. More information. Doesn't show date added. Or does it? History. 1 minute ago. June 2025, 1 minute ago. Via API v3 with bit integrations. So that's how easy that integration is. And now I can go ahead and email this person who just ordered. And you can use Brevo to create segments and automations and really dial in your email marketing using the bit integrations, which feeds the data directly in there super easily. If you want to check out bit integrations, I encourage you to try out the free version. Click the link down in the description to get to the free version. There's also a link to get to the pro version, which is right here. This one is an affiliate link, so if you end up buying through that, I do get a credit. It does not make it more expensive for you, but it helps me keep making these videos for free on YouTube, and it's an easy way to support the channel without any extra cost. So I really appreciate it if you do that. And there's so much stuff inside of bit integrations and stuff you can integrate. And not only that, beyond bit integrations, they also have a bunch of other products. Bit forms, bit flows, bit SMTP, bit social, bit file manager, bit assist. Some of them are free, like bit SMTP, bit file manager. Some of them are paid. And I've tried a lot of them and they're all great. In fact, I have videos on a bunch of these already and they really streamline your workflow. So I'll link to those videos in the description down below as well. So you can check out other bit app videos, or if you want to start with bit integrations, do that. Come to this page, check them out, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you got value from this video, make sure you click subscribe and like to let me know. And then check out the playlist that's on the screen right now. That's the other bit app videos. You're going to like what you see. So make sure you check that out, and I'll see you there.